So my name is Richard Bradley. I'm a partner with Deloitte here in Switzerland. One of my many roles is I also lead supply chain in Deloitte as a capability.
Hi, my name is Peter Vickers. I'm part of the supply chain leadership team here in Switzerland, and I also lead the industrial product sector.
My name is Marcus, and I'm a partner in the Swiss supply chain practice.
So what I do in Deloitte is I look at the product and service strategy and lifecycle management.
I take care of everything that smells like procurement. So from sourcing up to procurement, from technology up to ESG, as long as it's connected to sourcing and procurement, that's what I try to help our clients.
Some of the things that are happening in the geopolitical world are going to influence supply chain and people to a level which I don't think we've seen before.
So there's a lot of work going on in operational technology space. There's a lot of establishment of IoT platforms. And within that context, obviously, cybersecurity is critical. And we've seen in recent press that some industrial products companies have been hacked.
All the recent changes from inflation, wars, trade wars, blockages of the Suez Canal, all of that were kind of accelerator to really focus on what supply chain can really do. And how can we make sure that we have an alternative supplier? How can we make sure that goods entering into our warehouses? How can we make sure that factories are running and keep producing products that we can sell?
But those business decisions mean that actually supply chain has gone from where it was 10 years ago, which is a cost center, up to the various highest echelons of a company into the boardroom, meaning supply chain is actually a competitive differentiator for an organization. Artificial intelligence has actually been around supply chains for years. And I remember 10 years ago talking about how we could apply artificially intelligent models to predict demand forecasting. So in that sense, AI in supply chain is not a new topic. What is important is now the Gen AI topic and the fact that artificial intelligence can actually create new things, new data in the supply chain.
You don't need professional negotiators anymore. You have bots that do the negotiation for you. That, I believe, is one of the strong technologies that we will see will significantly help in freeing up capacity.
So industrial products companies typically have very complex bills of material, and quite often those are not harmonized across the company, which limits things like operational efficiency in engineering. It limits their ability to actually negotiate better prices with their suppliers. But with technology, there's ways to actually understand and manage better that complexity.
The other conversation that we're having is how to apply Gen AI in the NGO space to see if we can actually predict major events in the world, such as refugee crisis or humanitarian disasters, and actually apply artificially intelligent models to help NGOs who specialize in large movements of goods and services across geographies to actually manage their supply locally in a much more efficient manner.
Well, we see so many small best-of-breed solutions that's coming up in the market, and it's hard to keep track on what is out there and what can it do, and what is the best approach for me as a client to deal with that. That is one of the expertise that we bring to clients, and we like our exploratory workshops where we jointly with the client define what is the best bucket of technology providers to look into to make sure that your procurement organizations stay ahead of the curve.
So in Deloitte, we define supply chain as supply chain and network operations. We have capabilities that cover planning, that cover sourcing and procurement, that cover manufacturing, and cover delivery. What's different in Deloitte is that we also look at product development and aftermarket services so that we take a holistic view of the entire product lifecycle.
So I can remember at the start of my career, when the major audit and advisory firms divested their consulting arms, Deloitte was indeed the only of the big five back then to not do that. So we have endemic consulting capabilities that have been part of our DNA for a very, very long time.
One of the things that differentiates Deloitte is that we're very part of the Deloitte globally, and within that we work a lot with our tax and legal colleagues, with our advisory colleagues, our assurance colleagues, so that we can bring legal, fiscal, regulatory requirements into all of our projects, because that's a very important consideration when we're looking at supply chain transformations.
So that quite unique combination of strategy, functional implementation focus, but then also operate business afterwards, I would say. That is quite some outstanding stuff that we have at Deloitte.